Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Marketing Podcast, your source for all things marketing. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Christine Steyn on the line, and she's the founder and director over at Dynamic Consciousness Coaching, and she's also author of Take Your Power Back, a 52-week journal. Christine, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So, Christine, I'm excited to get into this book that you released. So, Take Your Power Back, 52-week journal, and I always love to help promote authors and their work. So excited to get into this with you. But before we do, let's talk a little bit more about your business. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing over at Dynamic Consciousness Coaching, please.
I am a corporate and life coach. I decided to be a corporate coach because I have over 16 years experience in the financial corporate industry. So I kind of know what goes wrong and where people need my help. And I am passionate about helping people get the value out of their circumstances, their lives, and their professional careers as well, and to help them thrive.
That's awesome. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you an opportunity to leave your website or social media or wherever people like so that they can follow up and connect with you, just so that the right types of individuals do connect. I mean, what are typically the types of clients that you like working with?
I love working with the junior to the senior manager people in the corporate industries. Those are the types of people who really need my expertise, and my expertise are really conversational intelligence. It's listening to conversations and to help people get the most out of conversations. The creator of conversational intelligence, Dr. Judith Glaser, said that 9 out of 10 conversations miss the mark. Now, that's a hell of a lot of conversation that goes on.
That's a lot of them.
and if we can help each other just be improving on them, I think we can save a lot of world wars in the process.
That's awesome. So let's switch it up, Christine. I do want to get into this book. So Take Your Power Back, a 52-week journal. I mean, first off, congrats on, of course, the book launch. But second off, so what was the inspiration for writing this?
Thanks for the congratulations. I'm extremely excited about this book. This book came about after more than 1,000 hours of coaching that I have given in my career as a coach. And I have identified 52 themes and topics that comes up regularly in coaching sessions with clients. And I decided to put it out there and help make people aware of what they need to become aware of, if I can put it as simplistic as that. Things that we struggle with that we don't even know. And the purpose behind my book is to make people aware of what they are thinking about, and also then what can you do about it.
No, I love it, and I love the way that and for everybody that's listening, the way this is laid out, it's beautiful. So if you go on Amazon, it's really easy to find. You just put in Christine's name, Christine Steyn, and it comes right up. It's really easy to find. But that being said, I love the way that it's laid out. So the contents and everything else, we're not going to have time to go into, of course, the entire book, which if we did have time, Christine, we wouldn't do it anyway, because why? We want the people listening to go out there and buy the book, of course. So, but I do want to give them a little flavor, a little taste of what's in this. So I'll pick a couple of the chapter topics, if you will, and maybe have you just elaborate on them a little. So first off, this one was wildly interesting to me. So context is everything. Tell us a little bit more about that, right?
If you think about, let's create a situation. Let's say that you have just ran a marathon and you are sweaty and hot, and you got your medal, so you are very, very content with yourself. But then your friend comes along and he empties a jug of ice cold water over your head. You will enjoy that, won't you?
Oh, I feel good just hearing you describe it. Yes, I would.
It would be an absolutely awesome feeling of that cold water just cooling you down.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine? You need to have a friend that comes and he empties a jug of ice cold water just before you need to walk into a meeting with a client, a potential new client. How will you feel about that?
Not so good.
So the same thing happened, but because of the context, the experience is so different.
Mm. No, I love it.
We need to start becoming aware of our context and what happens and what is the bigger picture. And that is where the magic lies.
Here goes another one that I want you to go into, and this is getting good. So comfort zone. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's talk about that one. That one hurts. Everybody even me just saying that, I feel like everybody got that little pain in their side. Oh, I don't want to hear it, but you're going to hear it, and I'm going to hear it too because we need to. So tell us about that one, Christine.
You know what? I'm currently sitting, it's wintertime in South Africa. I'm currently sitting in front of my heater with my warm stuff on, with my slippers on. And I can tell you, I'm in a comfort zone now. I don't want to get out of this. This is comfortable. And, you know, going out in the ice cold weather now, the sun has just set, so the temperature's just dropped. And it's not going to be pleasant for me to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody will tell me that there's $1 million out there, and I just need to get out of my comfort zone, open the door and go out to go find it, you know, will I be willing to leave my comfort zone for that? Oh, yes.
Mm.
So there's such a lot of opportunities for us. If you think of where you are and what you don't see or what you do not realize actually the potential out there and the opportunities that lies out there, just if you open the door and go look.
Mm.
Just that small little action. It's putting you out of your comfort zone and you go again where the magic lies.
So we have time for one more, Christine. So let's get into this one. And this one, I definitely want to hear your take on it. So harmony and ways to make harmony a reality. Give us a little bit more on that one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. You wrote it.
So all of us go for work-life balance. You know, everything in the corporate world, it's basically on all my corporate clients' lists, what they want to achieve with coaching sessions, work-life balance gets up there. And I don't believe that we can find work-life balance. And it was so beautiful described by Dr. Ivan Meissner. He's the founder of BNI, the Business Network International, the networking referral.
I've interviewed him. He's been on the podcast. Oh yeah, come on. We get lots of people on this podcast. So if you're listening to this, go in the search box and put in his name. He'll pop up.
You don't need to go for work-life balance because you cannot spend 50-50 time on it. Mm-hmm. But create your own harmony by being present at what you currently do. If you're at work, if you're doing a recording now, be present for your client right now. And don't think of your children or the family at home. And I know it's a hard thing, but think of your family and children after the fact and then phone them and find out, you know, how are they, how does the doctor's appointment go? And when you get home, forget about your clients and put them in on the background and then focus solely and 100% of where you are at home with your family. That's just a small example now. It's about being in the moment where you need to be and then fully complete that before you move on to where you next need to be. Does that make sense?
Oh, it absolutely does, and it's easier said than done. I feel like that's one of those things that I like staying present in where you're at, because you can't do both. And I think, who was it? I think it was Zig Ziglar. He's like who used to say it. He'd say he had a thing that he did where he talked about when you're at the beach with your family, be at the beach with your family. When you're at the office, be at the office. Like where most people make the mistake is when they're at the beach with the family, they're feeling guilty for and thinking about the office. So now they're short in their family, and then when they're at the office with their client, they're thinking about being at the beach with the family, so they're shorting their client. So both ways, you're losing on both sides. So how about you just be where you're at? That's the way I think Zig put it.
Yeah, and to quote Dr. Phil, how's that working for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Also, you know what, a small thing that I've implemented in my life is I am a small business owner. I'm a one-man band. And so I'm actually on duty 24/7 as all small business owners around the world. What I'm doing, for example, if I take a break and I go to the coast, I will continue working because my business is mobile, so I can take my laptop and my connection and I can go to the coast. But then I will make time to enjoy the coast and then spend a few hours also working and networking. But
That's
I
awesome.
can combine the two of having downtime at my favorite place and be productive.
No, well said. So, Christine, so that being said, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information on working with you over at Dynamic Consciousness Coaching, or if they want to learn more about the book, I mean, what's the best way for them to follow up and to connect with you?
They can learn a lot from me, about me, as well as my book on my website. It's called ChristineSteyn.com. And they will find the link, or the Amazon link to my book on there. And also, if they just want to test it out, there is a free sample available on Amazon, on Kindle, where they can just download it and go check it out for themselves.
Fantastic. Well, Christine, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great work you're doing. And congrats again on the book, Take Your Power Back, 52-week journal. So wishing you much success, much continued success with that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Christine, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate you, Adam.